Today I'm back with another Diablo Immortal video, and as many of you know, I just changed classes from a Barbarian to the Wizard, and I'm at Paragon level 173. Now, one of the biggest difficulties when you do change classes is to figure out a Paragon tree and how you want to build it. I've put something together here for my Wizard, and I want to share it with you guys so that if you happen to do the class change, you have some guidance. As I have mentioned, my Wizard is Paragon 173. We are still working to get some legendary gear that is not the reservists stuff. Remember, when you switch, you can't actually sell or break down any of the reservist stuff. And the reason for this, I believe, is when you switch classes. So when I went from Barbarian to Wizard, all of my Barbarian gear I kept. So all the legendaries I saved. So they're not going to give you free legendaries, because then people would kind of work the system and go change class, change class, change class, and keep getting 6 new free legendaries. So they make it so that any of the gear is reservist. Now, I made the mistake and made the pants, reservist pants, I imbued some skill that I wanted to use, and it just didn't. It was a mistake. Don't make the mistake. But we're here to look at the Paragon trees. And notice I am using Treasure Hunter. Now, this is not fully created yet, but the goal here is that I really want to be able to get as much loot, gear, upgrades as I possibly can so that I can just upgrade this Wizard. So Treasure Hunter is where, it's what we're maining right now, but not everything on Treasure Hunter. So let's take a little bit of a deeper look. All right, so Treasure Hunter, of course, you're going to start out with your armor. That's great. 50 more experience from defeating elite monsters. We want that experience. We want to upgrade quickly. We want to be as much progress as we can make. We want to grab. I love that you get damage along the way too, because damage, it was with my Barbarian and it's with my Wizard, my primary focus. I want to get damage. Now, we're going to be skipping resistance. We're skipping potency. Don't care about that right now. We're getting a 50% extra gold find from monsters in outdoor areas. That's cool. Armor pen, I don't care about, but we have to go through it to get to greed, which is what my kind of end goal is for the Treasure Hunter tree. Increases the bonuses granted by treasure find and lucky from 50% to 75%. Specialization skill. Once learned, activating the Treasure Hunter specialization will apply this skill bonus. So that's really the end game. I want to get these 3 right here. I'm not sure if I guess I probably am going to want to get treasure find as well. So once I'm done with armor penetration, I'm going to go up to greed, then I'm going to do resistance and get up here to treasure find. Then here, 50% globe drop. I'm going to probably most likely max out this tree minus life, except for when I start wanting more life, then I could easily get an extra 25. So essentially my Treasure Hunter tree is going to be maxed. Now, I didn't do this when I first initially switched classes because I didn't think about the extra XP that I would be gaining. Now, I could completely redo my tree, but I'll get there. I'm not in any rush because I initially spent a lot on Gladiator. Check this out. We came on Gladiator. Now remember, this is an inactive tree, but any of the circles, they are still active even when a tree is inactive. So I'm still getting the extra life, the extra resistance, the extra life, and 25 extra damage. I could come down here and get some armor, which I do like, but I'm not worried about it. Now, I did want this. I wanted cheat death, and I also like the quick-witted, but to be honest with you, it's not needed when you're just farming and upgrading and progressing your character. I don't need it right now. If I do PvP and things like that, I may switch over to Gladiator for those events. But for just the regular stuff, I don't need it. Now, we even went into Soldier a bit here. We came over and we got the hold formation. Again, this is not being used. This is and will stay an inactive tree. But we did also get our resistance up, which who cares, but we got the damage. We got the 15 of 15 damage. Now, what I could do here is I could totally reset this whole thing and not use Soldier whatsoever, and I could finish up my Treasure Hunter tree. Now, we also dove into the Mastermind tree, which is a tree that I haven't messed around with yet, and we did start to get armor penetration. We were trying to make our way over to damage, but honestly, I should reset all of these and put them in to Treasure Hunter because I don't need Mastermind as of yet. I can get 13, 14, 19 points back, and I could come on over here to Treasure Hunter and finish up everything I'm trying to do right here. You know, that's probably a good idea. Maybe I'll do that after I take you through my build. Next, we're gonna be coming on over here. Survivor. All we went for right here was the life. You know why? 1,000 free life. We'll take that on Survivor. And then the Vanquisher tree because I wanted to get this damage. We also have another 200 life we could grab right here if we want to, but we got damage there and damage there. A very inexpensive way for you to gain damage. So that's my tree as of now, but I just mentioned to you guys that I really misspent in some ways here. So it may be advantageous for me to reset the tree completely and rebuild it with Treasure Hunter as my focus. I would then come to Vanquisher, get these extra damage points. After Vanquisher, I'd probably come over to Gladiator and completely fill this out the same way that I did. I would go over here, Survivor, get the extra health right there. And then I would come over and I'd probably keep Soldier and I'd probably get rid of Mastermind for now. And you know what? You now know the build, but I'm gonna rebuild it right now with you guys. Stick around if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. But this is how, in my opinion, when you class change, when you need that gear, you need to use Treasure Hunter. So we're gonna go refresh this and we're gonna reset our tree right now. Remember, once per week, you can reset your tree. That's fair, and it's free. All right, so Treasure Hunter is our focus. We're gonna put 5 right into here. We're gonna add 1 right up here. I love the damage. I'll take damage all day and I won't feel bad about it, okay? Then we're gonna come on over here. We're gonna get the plus gold find. That's essentially where we left off before, right? But I wanna get up here to greed. So let's go in, we're gonna put in 15 into armor penetration, and then we're gonna get to greed. And this is going to be my active tree. It's activated now, we're ready to go. I have 135 more points that I can spend. So, is it worth me coming on over here? 50% increased equipment drop rate from elite monsters in outdoor areas? Is it worth me coming here? Increased globe drop from rare monsters. Everything's about outdoor. Why do they like the outdoors so much? I could spend, what would it be, 20, 35, 36, 37 points. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. 37 points. That's my Treasure Hunter active. We want Vanquisher. We want to get the extra damage, okay? So we're gonna come in here, boom, and we're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There we go. Could I get some extra life? I could if I want to. We're not going to right now. I'm gonna go Survivor. We're just gonna put the extra 5 into that. Why not? We have 100 left over. Now, Gladiator. Gladiator, I was taken all the way over here to get the extra damage. So 5, 6, we have 10, so that's 16, 17, 27, 37, 47, 57, 58, 59, 60, 62. I could get to damage and spend 62 with Gladiator. Now, if I come to Mastermind, damage is gonna be right here. I could get potency, I can get armor penetration, and then I can get the plus 20 damage, well, for each one. That would cost me 5, 6, okay, those are 5, 20, 30, 41, 42. I could get the damage for less. Now let's check Soldier one more time. What am I gaining along the way? Well, this we can get to pretty quickly, can't we? That would be pretty nice, getting that for the extra 15 damage. You know what I'm gonna do here? You know what I wanna do? I want to complete the Treasure Hunter and then spend. So we're gonna go with the resistance right here. We're gonna maximize the tree that we really have active, and then I'll see what we have left over. I'm gonna go with the 20 potency again. I don't love or really care as much about potency. Now this leaves me with 62. Could I go with life? I totally could if I want to, but we don't need to right now. Survivor, we already grabbed some extra life. Did we grab any extra life in Vanquisher? No, we chose not to, but we can. And having life is never a bad thing. Gladiator, 62, getting life along the way twice. Or Soldier, no life, but gaining that. Or Mastermind, getting a little bit of armor penetration. I think I'm gonna go with Gladiator because this is a tree that we would use outside of, when we're doing other events outside of, you know, farming or just trying to get our upgrades on. So we're gonna actually go here and do the upgrades because this is a tree that can find itself useful in other instances. This is one, if I do run out of points along the way, which I may, I will continue to grind to finish. 10, would you check this out? Boom, we got there. Wow, all I need is one more point. I will go to this cheat death option right here, because if I do switch to the tree, that's really the one thing you want from the Gladiator tree. It's inactive, but my next Paragon level, I will put it in here to cheat death. From there, I'm gonna go on over and just find my quickest ways to get damage, which is probably gonna be here on Soldier, and then it's gonna probably be here on Mastermind, just going to those damage elements. But really, it's all about Treasure Hunter. Can we add life in here? We could. It doesn't matter where we grab it, because remember, the circles are active no matter where you go. But our tree, it's set. We are ready to go and get as much maximum amount of rewards as we possibly can. That's how I would build my Paragon tree for the wizard. And honestly, Treasure Hunter is a wise choice if you're playing as any class and you just experience yourself a class change, because you have to find so much gear. Let's get out of here for a second. I mean, you need to find all of these pieces of gear. You need to get everything redone, and all of these pieces of gear. So that's 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pieces of gear. You better get as lucky as you possibly can. Plus, you need to upgrade your charm and find a new charm. I had a beautiful 5-stat charm for my barbarian. Now my charm stinks. I'm not even using Lightning Nova. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know how you build your Paragon trees and what class you're using, and sub and ring the bell for more Diablo Immortal content. Have a great day and be good.